Hey, I'm Nick from Dorman Products, and this is our video on the Dorman OE FIX intake manifold for Gen 2 Coyote motors. The Coyote, of course, is Ford's wildly popular V8. You'll usually find them in Mustangs and F-150s. Specifically today, I'd like to discuss a problem that's germane to the second generation of the Coyotes. The Gen 2 is the first Coyote to feature charge motion control valves, or CMCVs. This is Ford's term for adjustable intake manifold runners. In Ford systems, runners are partially closed off for improved air-fuel mixing at lower engine speeds. The system works great, but like many IMRC systems, failure can occur after a given number of cycles. When we set out to investigate this problem, it was immediately apparent that rust and corrosion were attacking the flapper shaft, leading to stuck flappers, broken and rusted shafts, as well as position sensors that were confused after the section of shaft driving them sheared, finally giving way under the effects of oxidation. A vehicle will normally come into a shop for displaying a fault code. Normally this is a powertrain code like P2004 through P2016. And all of those are due to a stuck IMRC, high resistance in the circuit, or the sensor readings out of expected range. Usually after examining the area, the broken or stuck flapper shaft becomes pretty obvious. Sometimes you may find the shaft will have broken externally near the ball mount for the motor linkage. Other times, the frozen flapper will be unable to be moved when you disconnect the linkage and attempt to operate the flapper shaft manually. Our simple solution to this problem fixes the fatal flaw in the blue oval design. Knowing full well that this manifold would be asked to endure difficult conditions as evidenced by the rusty items that are failing, we redesigned the flapper shaft to stainless steel for greater longevity and resistance to the damage and corrosion that renders the OE units inoperable. To prove out our research, we salt spray tested our shafts for 250 hours, simulating many years in service, and the shafts held up beautifully. You can see here the OE shaft that has started corroding at that 250-hour mark. Our OE fix for this problem, the stainless shaft, comes out of the salt spray chamber appearing basically unaffected. For reference, here's a real live shaft we pulled from a manifold just for this video. We didn't cherry pick it. This was one that was given to us to research this problem. You can see what sort of shape it's in, and this shaft was seized. The truck was a 2016 model. Beyond that, our manifold differs from other factory ones because ours will accept the used parts that your dealer will try to sell you if you buy it from Ford. They force owners to purchase both position sensors, both CMCV diaphragm assemblies, and the IAT sensor and some associated brackets and hoses. We permit reuse of all those items by including new self-tapping hardware to secure all these items to our manifold, helping keep the cost down. Also in the box are the gaskets and O-rings we know you need to do the job, and the captive manifold hardware is also installed from the factory. The repair procedure on this is exactly as you expect. It's basically a factory R&R punctuated by a brief trip to the bench to swap all those components over to the new manifold, which really shouldn't take longer than 20 minutes or so. After the part is reinstalled, the vehicle is back in business. We hope you like this new OE FIX solution, and remember, if you need anything at all, the Dorman technical support team is always available to help. I'm Nick, and I'll see you next time.